All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Queen City Gamer. And what I want to do here is start another one of the epic battles of Field of Glory 2. We've already done Bagradas, Trebia, Canny. We're going to go jump back a little bit. Actually go a little bit forward here to 206 BC. Um, we've covered, Bagradas, which was in the First Punic War, and Trebia and Cannae from the Second Punic War. Now we're going to move up to 206 BC, where we have the Carthaginians versus the Romans. I'm not sure on the pronunciation, Ilipa or Ilipa. It says following their defeats by Hannibal and the battles of Trebia, Lake Trasimene, and Cannae, the Romans decided to open a second front in Spain where they would not have to contend with Hannibal in person. Their first expedition ended in defeat at the battles of Castulo and Alorca in 211 BC. In 210, a second expedition under the command of Publius Cornelius Scipio, later Scipio Africanus, that name's familiar, the only Roman general to match Hannibal's genius, arrived in Spain. In 209, he captured the Carthaginian capital in Spain, Carthago Nova. In a brilliant assault in 208, he defeated Hannibal's brother Hasdrubal Barca at the Battle of Bacula. Hasdrubal managed to retreat with most of his Carthaginian troops and set forth to invade Italy to support his brother. Arriving in Italy with his army augmented by many Gallic recruits, he was defeated at the Battle of Metaurus in 207 before he could join up with Hannibal. With defeat certain, here we go, Hasdrubal charged into the thick of the fighting and was killed. So meanwhile, in Spain, Scipio continued his successful campaign against the reinforced Carthaginian forces under Hasdrubal, son of Gisgo, and Hannibal's other brother, Mago. Okay, I do remember Mago. In 206, the opposing armies met near Ilipa, 10 miles north of modern Seville. Okay, that'd be in Spain. For several days, the two armies formed up opposite each other without engaging. Each time, both sides had their best troops in the center and their unreliable Spanish allies on the flanks. Once he was sure that Hasdrubal had got used to his arrangement, Scipio surprised the Carthaginians by deploying his Spanish allies in the center and his legions on the wings, and making a double-pronged attack against the weakest part of the Carthaginian army, which was their Spanish allies on the wings. So the historical victor here was Rome. In the aftermath of this battle, this final defeat meant the end of the Carthaginian Empire in Spain. Mago set forth to the Balearic Islands and from there by sea to Liguria in 205. He campaigned in northern Italy for the next 3 years, but never succeeded in joining up with his brother. The next Roman step would be the invasion of Africa. All right. So we're going to give this one a try. It's been a little bit, taken a bit of a break with Field of Glory 2. All right, so we're in southern Spain, 206 BC. Looks like we have all the same things here. The Carthaginian army is not well organized enough to change its deployment and response. Okay. The Roman legions should make short work of the Carthaginian Spanish allies, while their own Spanish allies can be held back and only committed if the Carthaginians attempt to reinforce their wings. Interesting. So they're given some strategy here. This morning, Scipio has surprised the Carthaginians by changing his deployment from the one they had become accustomed to over the last few days. Instead of having his legions in the center, okay, that's right, he put Spanish allies on the center. He now has his legions on the wings and the Spanish in the center. Okay. All right. So, it looks like I'm going to be playing the Carthaginians again. No idea what I'm going to be doing. Wow, this looks like a fairly big, it's like a really wide front. All right. So I'm not really going to change the makeup here. All right, so we got the Romans coming from the left to the right, which is a little bit different. In the last several battles, we had it was always the Carthaginians being shown on the left. All right, so we basically just had them move up on me. Oh, I am not really sure. I mean, cavalry-wise, I may have a few extra here. Not that many. Got some light javelins. I'm gonna try to strike first on these guys. Oh boy, they're holding firm. Figure I'll come up here and try to hit them with some javelins, try to weaken up some of their front line guys. It's not really completely working out. Hmm. I guess we'll just bring up the cavalry like that. I wish I had to move the whole command. Do I have that option the whole time? There's times that I would like to continue to move the whole command like that. All right. I don't see where I have enough of a cavalry advantage in this battle like maybe I had before. It looks like my javelins are taking a beating. All right, well, that wasn't really all that great. There's Maga right there. So we're gonna come up here and try to come in on that cavalry. I don't know how that's gonna go. Massanissa, sub-general. Try to come forward here. Yeah, these guys don't move very far. There's Hasdrubal. Yeah, I see Hasdrubal's in the dangerous center here. Alright, I think we brought these guys as far forward as we can. We've moved the cavalry. And we do have some movement here to do. They're routed. Alright, let's see what the overview is here. The Battle of Ilipa. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I honestly don't know. This is a really wide front. Wow, that's a lot of Romans coming. Oh man, that's cavalry. Yeah, I don't feel like I got any kind of cavalry advantage here, really. I feel like with Scipio having his Romans on the wings that they're just going to come in and fold my line up. Wow, okay. So we are now coming up on turn number 4, and I'm going to make this first one kind of short. Probably end it here for now. But yeah, this battle has a little different feel. You know, you get the feeling that the Romans are a lot better organized, maybe better trained. You know, they definitely, Scipio Africanus was definitely, you know, more of a, probably one of the better Roman um, leaders at that time, as far militarily anyway. And it's going to be interesting. But yeah, so right now looks like we're just getting underway. The Carthaginians are down by 1%, and we'll see where that goes. Historically, the Romans did win this battle, but I'm going to give it my best shot, and hopefully we'll get back to this soon. Stay tuned, and we'll get back to this battle. Thank you.